Good morning, everybody. I hope we're all well, and we do apologize. With technology, apparently, we always find a bad fruit. Some people will be in here just to mess up everything. We will do our best to delete everyone that is not a part of this. We've got our technical team watching out for more hackers. And hopefully we'll be able to make it through without any more interruptions, without any more disruptions. We do apologize for that, and we hope that we all have you with us. Okay, so my name is Divine, and I'd like to welcome you all to Travelport and Uganda Airlines' first presentation and workshop. And as Travelport, we are coming through as the hosts for all the airlines that we have here. So we are grateful for everybody participating today, coming in to join us. And we want to thank you for the opportunity to see this through. Okay, so starting off, we are going to give you the ground rules. Can everybody just mute? If you come in or sign in and you are muted, please try your best to mute yourselves, and then we will be able to move on from there. And we will be able to move on without any disruptions. And at the end of the screenings and of all our presentations, we will be having a quiz or two so that you could be able to win a few prizes. So this is the exciting thing about our project. I mean, it's been a minute since anybody was able to throw out a little promotion here and there, especially for us as subscribers. So this is the idea that Travelport Uganda has come up with. And our first participants would like to welcome to this here project is Uganda Airlines. So we would like to thank Doreen for being a part of this project and her team so that we can be able to better understand what is going on between us as Travelport subscribers and the Uganda Airlines team. Okay, so while we're starting off, as I mentioned before, my name is Divine. I am the consulting manager of training and customer support here at Travelport Uganda. So we're going to show you a few things that we've been doing, especially during and after the COVID situation, especially this pandemic that has unfortunately taken some of our family and friends and also disrupted our business. So in this presentation, we're just going to show each other how we've been able to make it through and also to be able to push through for others to be able to see. And you can also adopt the same processes we took in order for you to enhance your business as well. So we've got, as I mentioned, Doreen from Uganda Airlines, who will be taking over in the next few minutes so that you will be able to see what Uganda Airlines has to offer all of our Travelport subscribers. We are the change. If anything has taught us, change is inevitable. And as you can see with our life, COVID came in and disrupted what we thought was our normal. And now we have to adapt to something that we are not exactly familiar with. Gone are the days where we used to shake hands. Gone are the days where we used to hug when we greet. Oh, how I miss hugging. But nowadays we're going to have to accept the fact that everything is going to be virtual. This presentation and workshop was literally supposed to be in a hotel room where we can be able to see each other, shake each other's hands, and we can be able to do everything that we were supposed to do with physical intonations to our lives. So when we're talking about change, we also include the fact that when we started in 1989, we had Galileo. And when we introduced Galileo, we were able to type and text, sorry, not text exactly, but type in entries. Entries were all ones and zeros, zeros and ones, and then eventually it became entries after entry, codes after codes, which obviously came at that time was the technology of that moment. So we want to thank everybody that was actually with us since that time when we began. So eventually, after a few years, we realized technology was changing. And so we upgraded and changed as well and became Travelport. And this was in 2008. In 2008, we incorporated that everybody has a GDS or has an account, and everything that we could do, we're going to be able to and then incorporate some, what we call in technology terms, graphical user interface. So as graphical user interfaces came through, we realized that things were a little different, and at least we were being able to accept the change, and we were able to move through with life. And then with these changes, we were then able to reinvent ourselves. And as we reinvented ourselves, we also came up with the next portion of our lives, which began here in 2021, which is Travelport. With Travelport here, we were able to now make sure that everybody gets to see the seamless ways of doing travel retailing. And this is because the way we were able to transact our all our transactions, make our movements and all of that, we were able to see that everybody needs to have at least some seamless way of supplying our customers, the passengers, with seamless and efficient services. So because of this, we came up with the new Travelport, and this started in 2021 with what we call SmartPoint version 10. And with these SmartPoint versions and our technology partners, we were able to then bring in a situation where everyone has the chance to do and sell travel as seamlessly as possible. When we were in the crisis that we are currently trying to come out of, we realized that people need to stay relevant. And in staying relevant, we mean you need to be out there. Let the world know that you still exist. And then in maintaining clientele, meaning we need to still interact with our clients, even though they might not be able to give us the business we were all becoming accustomed to. We need to show that the relationship with our clients is still the best. And then adapting came in because in this world of physical movements, we are now a virtual life. That is why right now, as you can see, we are doing things online, and it comes with its pros and it comes with its cons. As you can see, some of the cons are that we've got bad fruits that try to ruin a good thing. So as you can see, our tech guys are trying their best to make sure that those bad fruits do not participate any longer. Right, and then of course, we've got budget appreciation. We will not lie that at all of the things that we've been doing, and experiencing during this crisis, a lot of changes had to be made to our budgets. And that means that everything that we used to think was a necessary expense, some of it we had to remove or then adjust. So that is also what we call budget appreciation. But in the end of it all, we just need everybody to understand that life does move on, even though it is a little slower than usual. Change is not easy. And by the time it gets into a full throttle or into gear number 5, if you like, for those with faster cars, gear number 6, it's going to take time. So the recovery process will include adaptation, hunting for new business and avenues, being unique, not being the same like we were before, or being the same like everybody is at the moment, and also diversifying, but keeping it within the travel industry, because change is for the brave. In our changes, we have included what we call Travel Port Plus, which is what we are going to introduce to you today. With Travel Ports, we have 3 GDSs or CRSs under the Travel Port body. And that means we have WorldSpan, Apollo, and Galileo. Now, these 3 are central reservation systems that work under the umbrella body of Travel Port. With this change in 2021, we have decided to make sure that everyone is one. Travel Port Plus has infused all these CR systems into one, and we have called it Travel Port Plus. Travel is changing while its technology awaits an upgrade. It is time to reinvent the business of buying and selling travel. Upgrading travel to a new platform, which means infusing Apollo and WorldSpan and moving on with Galileo only, that will make retailing easier. We introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, Travel Port Plus, a next generation platform for frictionless marketplace. Now I'm going to actually give this time for Uganda Airlines to continue with its presentation. We've started off by telling you where we are, where we were, and where we are going. So the future and the present is Travel Port Plus. With this, we're now going to hand over our reins to Uganda Airlines, Doreen Nambacha, who will be able to take on and show us what Uganda Airlines is all about. And this is where we are.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, welcome, Doreen.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Divine. My name is Doreen Nambatia, AG Sales and LG Sales and Marketing Manager, Uganda. On the team, I have many other participants. I have Regina Tebasima, the AG Director, Amancho. I have the sales team on with us today. We have Alex, Patrick, we have Gabrielle, we have Sylvia. We have even other countries. In other countries, many have joined. For example, in Juba, Joshua is there. Moses, the country manager. Nairobi, we have Peggy. And Lenny, we have Mombasa, we have Tanvi and Shaban. In the call center, I have the entire team listening in while they're working and serving us and serving you in particular. You are all welcome today. Uganda Airlines is an exciting, we have very exciting products at the moment. We have exciting news for you. Thank you, thank you. We are going to talk about GDS wastage. Why are we talking about this? Because I have had people already complaining that Uganda Airlines is raising ADMs to the different travel agents. That is not yet true. We cannot just raise ADMs without informing you. But this is to inform you, but that after finishing this presentation, we'll be raising ADMs to each of the agent who misuses the GDS. Please, let's go to the next slide. What do we consider as GDS misuse? We have some examples there. We have churning. I know all of us are aware of what churning means. This is a repeated booking, cancellation, and rebooking the same itinerary in the same PNR for the same passenger. This is so much, it is happening everywhere with all the travel agents. We keep on repeating in the same PNR. So this is a churn, this is called churning. And for sure, we have gotten so many complaints from Amadeus, from Travelport, informing us about the cancellation practices done by the travel agents. So we have come to work with you, inform you about these, practices so that we avoid them. We avoid the churning. We also have high cancellation rates. We cancel so many times. We keep on booking and canceling, maybe to get cheaper fares, but this is a cost. This is a cost to Uganda Airlines, and definitely we have to transfer this to the agents. We cannot keep on paying these, bills for our travel partners. We have to style up and change our practices. We also go ahead, we have those test and training bookings. We keep on booking maybe to check for fares. We make bookings in the system, test bookings, you find them, they have test in them, packs 1, packs 2, but you don't, these sales do not develop into, these bookings do not develop into a sale, and you even forget canceling them. This is a cost to Uganda Airlines, and that is a misuse of a GDS. For the group bookings, we no longer allow travel agents to make. These have to be done directly with us. So I'm sure with that, we will not have a problem. But if you have any group booking, please contact us in Uganda Airlines. At Uganda Airlines, we'll be able to handle your groups. If you book them and they do not confirm, they remain in PN, HN, it is a wastage. Please restrain from making such bookings. We have duplicate PNRs. You make duplicate PNRs in different systems. For example, you find many travel agents, excuse me. Hello, sorry, Divine. You have to increase the capacity. People are in the waiting, they can't join. Can you assist us? We have reached the maximum capacity. Thank you. Okay, we have duplicate bookings, PNRs. You find that most of the travel agents have 2 systems. They have Travelport as well as Amadeus, maybe. You go on working in Travelport as well as in Amadeus. And I'm sure the system should be able to pick and tell you that you have a duplicate, and also picks the reference numbers. Usually we send a message to you. Kindly refrain from doing that, because that is also a GDS wastage. We have married segments. At times they don't allow, but at times travel agents maneuver and they cancel a segment all out of those married segments. This will be on the increase when we have longer routes itinerary. They usually have that practice that. Please remember, will be able to detect and pick those marriage segment cancellations and violations, restrain from that as well. We have name duplicate update restrictions. Right now at Uganda Airlines, we restrict you. You cannot make any name changes. So don't try to tamper with it, because we'll definitely give you an ADM. If you have a name change, kindly contact us. We'll be able to make your changes, but it is at a fee. Remember, a fee of $100. If there is just a figure, one figure missing or so, letter missing, we can assist, because you are our travel partners. We can change. But if there are different names, you book a passenger like Mama Patel, yet the lady has a different name, and you come and say, I didn't know the names, we'll definitely have to charge you. Don't make those changes in your system. Please reach out to us so that we can assist you. There is another practice done by the travel agents. We have splitting bookings to delay the time limit. That is also not allowed. You keep on splitting one passenger off, so that you delay the time limit. This system can always pick and will definitely send an ADM if we find out that this is the practice you are doing in your system. We have a very common, practice of not canceling inactive segments. At times we have flight disruptions. We send you a check, so you see or UN, and you leave them there. You do not tamper. Please, when you see those segments, update the booking, remove them and delete a confirmation, or raise us. Whenever you don't, cancel them, they are a cost to the airline, and we shall definitely transfer that to you. We have a practice of incorrect commissions. We have come to learn that travel agents have been awarding themselves a commission of 1%, yet you are well aware that we are not giving any commissions yet. Please refrain from that, because we are also going to send that one. If you have been giving yourself, commissions, we will raise the ADMs, because there is no policy of that yet. So we'll be sending you an ADM. Anyone who has, given themselves a commission, you will see an ADM coming in so soon. So please do not, unless we get an official communication from Uganda Airlines, then you start practicing that. We have reissue violations, uncollected charge fee. You know that you are very much aware that the system can tell. We have a team on ground which is also going to be looking out for all those things. You just know, oh, let me just change. They will not pick it up. We'll be able to pick up even if you do a manual reissue and you do not charge the cancellation fee, or sorry, a no-show fee over reissue fee. We'll be able to charge. We'll be able to pick it. So please always do the right thing. You have the fair rules. Follow up the fair rules and see what it says. At many times I get calls and they say, Doreen, we have a cancel. We want you. Tell us what you call a no-show. A no-show is 4 hours before departure. We cannot book a person in those remaining hours or minutes to the flight. We usually avoid to charge that no-show. Please always charge a no-show. And these charges are dependent on the fare rule. You find that many times the people who happen not to show up are the ones who have bought the special rate, for example, our special rate, a promotional rate, and the charges are so high. And when you tell a client that there is a no-show fee and a reservation fee of $100, the client is not amused. And even the travel agent do not share. They do not tell their passengers that there is a fee. When it comes to that, we get so many calls, the many emails. Please waive, who are not aware, please read the rules, because it is so hard now to waive on such promotional rates. It is hard for us to waive. The rules are so tight, unless you want them to cut our salaries. So please learn to inform your passengers about the conditions of these fares. And maybe it's better we also learn, come into practice of selling higher fares, whereby some have a free change, others that the change fee is lower. Try to sell those fares. You will have less stress and headache looking for Doreen, who is in a meeting, who has to waive $100, and also my hands are tied. Okay. Then we have refund violations. When we are refunding, please follow the rules. We'll definitely pick it up. Whenever we get that refund, we pick this information and go back. The team in revenue goes back and checks each refund before they accept, accept the refund to go through. The refund goes through. So please follow the refund rules, unless there is for example, in the time of COVID, we gave some waivers because it was beyond our control and your control. But without that, follow the rules. And we know the periods when we have applied the waivers for refunds. We know the periods. So if you come up with a story and lie, the team is aware. They will definitely send you an ADM. Okay, we have no-show segments after voiding. You find that many at times we make bookings, we are able to void so quickly to avoid cancellation charges, but we forget to remove the segments. You live in the segments. Here we have a no-show. In Uganda Airlines, we see a no-show. We have prepared a meal. We pay for these meals. That seat went unutilized, so we lost revenue. So by all means, we'll send you, and these ones will be at a bigger rate because there is a no-show fee. There, we will put in much in consideration. Please remember to cancel those segments. And when you refund, remember to cancel those segments as well, because we will be able to raise ADMs. But if we practice this, I'm sure we'll be able to cut down those ADMs. Can we move on to the next slide? Sorry for the delay, but we are getting there. Okay, we have a PNR churning example here. We see this passenger was booked, but in the same booking reference, we see that someone made 21st, 16th. They keep on repeating the same. Ms. Musoke Jeremiah has so many bookings under the same booking, canceling and changing. Maybe it is because of the client, but you need to be, you need to inform your passengers about this, and you tell them, you guys, you need to restrain from that. Give us a definite date, unless you are going to pass on this, cost to them. And I know it is very hard. Some of them just come and inquire and they move on and they go on shopping everywhere. So they will leave you with an ADM. Always inform your passenger the price and request them to give you a definite date when they are able to fly, other than going on canceling and making booking in the same booking. We give you 4 times. If you exceed the 4th time, we'll definitely raise an ADM for churning. Can we go to the next example, please? I think our internet is quite slow, but we could omit the examples. Okay, there is a test booking. We see someone made that test booking, then packs, and they do not cancel. These are live bookings. So remember to cancel these bookings when you're using them, so that we avoid, misuse. Can we go to the next one? Okay. Here we have duplicates. One has a booking maybe in a travel port, another one in Amadeus, but they are the same. They are the same bookings, the same travel dates. The system has to send you a message. Usually it sends a message and we tell you that we see a duplicate. Please cancel one of them. We usually send a message. But even you who practices that, please remember that I made a booking in a different GDS and cancel so that we avoid these duplicates. It's a cost to the airline. We miss, at times it's hard for us to detect, and we go ahead and prepare and we are unable to sell that seat. Can we go to the next one? Okay, HX and UNUC segments. I'm sure we all know these ones. If we cancel a flight, we will see an HX. If the flight will not operate, we have a UC or UN or unable to confirm. These segments come in our systems and we ignore them, and you just queue. When you queue remove, you remove from the queue. So those are the costs. So always remember to remove those segments. Can we go to the next one, please? Okay. Anyway, before we close the topic of GDS misuse, I'm sure Travelport will be able to come up with solutions to you to avoid these ADMs. Travelport, I'm sure you'll address that. I'm sure they have to learn how to do their queues, because we have a queues that shows UC and others for cancellation. I'm not so good because it's some time when I stopped using these systems, but I know you have queues. So Travelport will take us through on how to cut down those ADMs, how to avoid them. Good news, I have to tell you that right now we are able to sign on anyone who's using travel agents who is using Travelport. They have a product called ETAT. ETAT is a product where you can sell within your offices, within your premises, without moving into our offices, to avoid those queues and also the service fee. Remember, whenever you walk into Uganda Airlines, we put a service fee to you. We charge a service fee because we are offering you a service. You are queuing. We have a big queue for our, direct passengers, but you are always queuing up here, and we are printing out, documents for you. So definitely we have to charge you. So with this, I'm sure we'll be able to avoid, you'll be able to join, and you're able to handle within your premises other than coming into Uganda Airlines. And since these products are already out, waiving of service fee will not consider that, because we now all the services are there. You can choose to go and do your ETAT, and other, GDSs have their products. So for Travelport, we have the ETAT. We have some Travelport subscribers will experience the convenience of ticketing made easy. You can do it in your in-house. You don't have to look for anyone to call Doreen and say, hey, Doreen, do you have a flight to Kilimanjaro? You are able to see and do everything within your offices. And that will help me become more efficient on my job, because I have to answer all the travel agents' calls if they're asking for a Kilimanjaro or a Zanzibar booking or Nairobi. But with this, I'm sure you'll be able to access our bookings, our system, and our itineraries, our timetable. Please use these services provided by the GDS. Travelport subscribers will enjoy the independence of issuing tickets at any time of day, giving their passengers the freedom and confidence to contact their subscribers and be serviced efficiently. Can you imagine calling me? I've been getting calls at midnight and said, Doreen, can you issue a ticket? And this is a government body. It becomes so hard. I know everyone in this industry personally. I have a personal relationship with all of you. I think, let me see. Mr. Asif, good to see you. You are there. I have a personal touch with every one of us here. I know every single name on this online. They call me at midnight. I'm willing to assist, but government does not allow me to handle such transaction. I'm not allowed to handle cash. So with this product in place, I'm sure these calls will reduce. There will be no more. You can have this service this product in your office. Do it, handle your passengers. You don't have to go through an airline to make a change. You do not have to call me to make a booking. You just put money on your portal and you're able to issue a ticket. Travelport ETAT stands above all the direct ticketing products in the market by being fully automated, allowing subscribers to access their balance, billing report, and smooth quota replenishment. So I've been having a struggle. I used to get the old portal travel agents used to call me and ask me, Doreen, how much is on my portal? Can you refund for me? We used to do the refunds ourselves because we knew you could manipulate. We had those places where people could realize and manipulate the system, those areas. So with this, I'm sure you'll be able to refund, get your statements on time. You will be independent. Uganda Airlines will not be anywhere in the picture, and you'll be efficient. You don't have to call and find out how much money do I have on the portal, Doreen. You'll be able to, put more money on your portal. Can we go to the next slide? Okay, that was a portal presentation or ETAT. I'm sure you have all picked, and those who are willing to join, we have a procedure, we have a form we fill in, we issue you a form, you fill in, you give us details, then we create for you an IATA number, a dummy IATA, so that you are able to issue in your offices. So when you present the form to us, my team is available almost 24 hours. They will be able to receive it. Then they forward to me and I forward to Travelport. They will be able to configure your offices so that you are able to transact. So there is a procedure to follow. You just don't wake up and say, now, Doreen, you know me, I need a ETAT. No, you have to fill in a form like everyone. We have to make it official. Okay, the good news is that for all our travelers who have been calling and requesting whether we have a frequent flyer program, a frequent flyer program is going to be rolled out before the end of this year. We'll have a frequent flyer program called the Crane Miles. You'll be able to sign on all your clients, your passengers, so that they are able to earn. It is very simple. It will be online and it will be you don't have to look for those cards that we have to print. So I'm sure if you encourage your passengers, they'll be willing to fly with us the more, knowing that they will be rewarded at the end of the day. And thank you. We have had repeated passengers repeated passengers from you guys. Please ensure that they are all signed on. Sell Uganda, build Uganda Airlines, because it's your own baby. You need to see it grow. So encourage them to join the frequent flyer before 2021 end of the year. We'll be able to roll it out. We are doing in-house, studies and learning about the entire process, but it will be there on your doorsteps. That team will come around, take you through on how to sign on, and you'll be able to start. Can we go on to the next exciting? Wow, the exciting news is to inform you that on the pre-existing routes, we are soon introducing international routes, new international routes. In Europe, we are considering opening London, but as you well know that we are still under the red list. We haven't, opened yet, but we are thinking of November. Come November, we'll be able to start the operations. We are working behind there. You don't know that there is work going on there. So with those who have been asking for that route, Europe will have catered for your passengers. Please look out. We'll be sending you e-shots. We'll be sending you emails when we roll it out. And definitely when we are on our, official launch, you'll be invited, I'm sure. Those who are selling for sure. Okay, for Asia, we have Guangzhou and Mumbai. We are soon also rolling out, but that one, let me say the beginning of next year quarter, we'll be able to roll it out, but all things are they're underway. We are working so that by the time we start the operations, we have all the necessary requirements and we are able to fly you. We have in West Africa, we have Goma and Lubumbashi. Those who have passengers, please keep there, tell them that we are there. We are soon starting Goma and Lubumbashi. We are already in Kinshasa. For those who are not aware, we are already there. We are already flying in Kinshasa. The timetable, we have that in our, timetable. You can check the system. You'll be able to see it. In the Middle East, we have Dubai. This is so soon. We are starting it in October. We might have our, our launch on the 4th, I think 4th or 3rd of October, 4th of October. So Dubai is already reflecting in the system. Please sell, and the rates are really, competitive. We have very competitive fares. Remember, it's a direct flight. Remember, you can have breakfast here, dinner or lunch in Dubai. You can have dinner there, have your breakfast with your family. For the business world, uh, please tell them that we'll have very good, promotions to Dubai. South African, we have South Africa already launched. We are flying there. And the good news is that every Saturday we'll be flying our Airbus to South Africa. So encourage people to fly South Africa. Even you who can afford, I know you can afford, please fly to South Africa before it becomes so busy. That there is an exciting experience of the Airbus. You have been seeing it on the media. We have taken it to the different, markets. For example, it went to Juba. It was so exciting. They went yesterday, but when they were on Friday, we sent it to Bujumbura. Wow, it was so amazing. It was so nice. They loved the experience. Nairobi is a witness. Who else? We haven't taken it to Mogadishu, no, but those places, Dar es Salaam, they are a witness. They have had it. So those who are selling might have a chance of taking the Airbus back to those routes. But as you are aware, South Africa, look out. Every Saturday, we'll be flying an Airbus this month. Inform the passengers, inform our passengers so that they can utilize this chance to experience an Airbus. Okay, that is the exciting news from Uganda Airlines. More is coming up, actually. Can we go to the next slide, sorry. Okay. Okay, we have our pre-existing routes. This is also, important to inform you. Some of the people are not aware that we are doing Kilimanjaro. I've been getting calls that, do you fly to Kilimanjaro? Yes, we are. Do you do Zanzibar? Yes, we do. Please, we fly to Nairobi, we fly to Mombasa. For those who are looking for honeymoons, please encourage your people. We also have packages with us. We can handle your packages. We have groups. We have been having destination weddings. So many of them we're in Mombasa and Zanzibar. Also, Dar es Salaam has opened up recently. People are going there because of the unlimited numbers, because other countries have limited numbers for weddings. So we have been having people going to those areas. If you need a package, you can also raise us. We have nice hotels with those people in Dar es Salaam. We have Kilimanjaro. Please, please remember we fly to Kilimanjaro. Don't forget it. I have to rub it into our heads so that we know we go to Kilimanjaro, Zanzibar, Juba. Yes, there are some people who don't know that we go to Mogadishu. We do direct Mogadishu. We do Bujumbura, Kinshasa, and Johannesburg. So that is a reminder to all of us. I'm sure you know Nairobi is obvious, yeah, maybe Mombasa is obvious, but those other ones like Kinshasa and Joburg, please sell. I've been getting calls. Are you flying to Johannesburg yet? I say, yeah, already. This flight has been ongoing for some time. So remember that. Can we go to the next slide? Okay, I think, okay, move on. Okay, what is not shown here is we have a 24 call center. We have started operating a 24 call center. You can reach us at any one time because we are preparing for those international routes. We are open. Anyone who wants to contact us. I get those calls. Usually it was me who used to go online and sign on and assist you. But now I have a big team with me. We are running the show together. They are able to contact you or call you back or assist you at any one time because they are here. We have the 24-hour call center running through. It is based in Kampala here, our call center, sales center, ticketing officers. They are here and they are very efficient. Those who have called them or looked for them, I'm sure you can testify. We also have a WhatsApp number. At times we have complaints that the lines are not going through. At times it's beyond our control. There are times where the entire, maybe if you are using Airtel, you can't access us. But we have a mobile line, but it's for only WhatsApp. I will share the number. Can my colleague type the number? Those who can write it down, let me spell it out for you. It is 0754 0754 355 860. It is not only for Uganda, even for the other networks, our other networks, they can use the same number to reach us. And this one, they are very prompt. They will be able to answer you on that WhatsApp number. We have a dedicated team to handle all those queries on that line as well. So another exciting thing we have is the cargo. I expected to have a slide here, but it is missing. But cargo is already, we have a fully set up offices for cargo. We'll be able to handle cargos because we are able to secure our AOC. We have the license, we secured it. I'm sure you saw us on the media. We made noise about it. So we are able to handle all your cargo requirements, your charters. We have been handling charters. We are soon going to handle charters. I have many requests actually running. There is one which is going to work out tomorrow on Wednesday. I'm sure it will be the start for this market from the travel agents. I'm looking forward to working with your team, my travel partners, my friends, my sisters, my brothers. You have been there for us, and I'm sure you'll keep on supporting us. You have made us, you have made us shine. If without you, we wouldn't shine. You have made us shine. You have supported us. The numbers are overwhelming. Please keep selling your own. Love your brand. This is your baby. With your help, with your support, will grow. Uganda Airlines will not go down the drainage. And I can confidently say, with you, we can shine. We will stand. The cargo is working. We missed business because we got so many calls when we were transporting human remains. We were not yet ready. But at the moment, if you contact us, we can handle it without any problem. So if you have any queries, send them. Charters, send them through. We'll be able to handle them. I think that brings me to the end of my presentation. Sorry, some of those things are not in the presentation, but they are very, important to know. And soon we shall be doing our handling, self-handling. Uganda Airlines will be doing self-handling. I'm sure it will also push us and will be able to serve you better and in a more professional way. Thank you for listening in. I hand over to Divine. Thank you.
Wonderful, Doreen, wonderful. Thank you so much for the presentation. I've got a few questions that have come into the chat room, into the chat box. And again, do apologize for a few obscenities that came through. We do apologize for that. But now you can actually be able to text your questions to me directly, and then I'll be able to give it out to Doreen. So Doreen, I hope you're ready for a few questions coming out from the chat box.
Yes, that's okay. I'm ready.
Okay, so the first question I have there is there a plan for Entebbe to Kigali soon?
I have to be sincere, no. We have done a feasibility study. That is a sensitive market. Their patriotic, it is hard to penetrate that market. We have put it across and we are still debating, but at the moment, let us not raise your hopes. Kigali keeps selling Rwandair. For the Nairobi, Juba keeps selling Uganda. Juba keeps selling Uganda Airlines. Support me where I'm going. For Kigali, not yet. And I don't think in the near future we'll be thinking about it.
Wonderful. Thank you for that. Then there's a question on when are you increasing capacity? I think more rather the expansion of your routes, I believe.
I think I've shared, we are looking at October to go into Dubai. We are thinking London, we are looking at November, and the others beginning. We can't open right away. The numbers are not there. You know, the situation right now. We need to open up, but we also have to be strategic and careful. We don't want to fly empty planes. So we need to see how the environment changing. You know, COVID, it has hit us very badly. So we can't just open up that we say, okay, now we are going to Bombay, going where. No, we have to be very strategic. We are doing strategic planning right now. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you. I've got another question here coming on, and they're asking, do you mind sharing with us some airlines which you'll be code sharing with?
Oh yeah, I had to talk about the code share. Sorry, I missed up that slide. At the moment, we are interlining with British Airways. We are working on it. Emirates is already underway. It's, I think, already in action. KLM, we are working on it. It's also being worked on. We have a department handling that, an interline department. It is working on it. We are already working with Air Tanzania. You know, those people, if they cancel or if we have a schedule change or anything, we are able to protect you, and they are also able to protect their passengers on our flight. So it is already ongoing. Qatar, we are talking. It takes time. You know, we have just secured the OSC. Many of them couldn't work directly with us because we did not have that in place. But right now, it will be so easier. They are also going to look for us because they know we have the numbers. You know, we'll be able to connect with other airlines. Many interlines are coming up, but those are the ones running at the moment. As I said, BA, Emirates, KLM, Air Tanzania, they are already working.
Okay, thank you for that. We've got another question asking, what is the tax code for changing tickets in regards to changing tickets whenever doing so in the Travelport GDS?
It is Charlie Papa. Charlie Papa.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I don't see any more questions. I saw Nusura, you had your hand up. I don't know if your question was answered or you still have a burning question. You can text directly to me. And another one again here is the tax code the same for no-shows, CP.
Yeah, usually I encourage people to put it, and you can add it as a you can put it as a CP, or you add that you put it in on the fare, but you mention in the endorsement.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay. And then, right, Mr. is asking about any plans for labor travel. I saw another one ask about Saudi.
Yes, we are already handling charters to that to Saudi. And I have one, as I said, I think on the 8th, I'll be having the first one out of here to Saudi. On the 8th, I have one, which is I'm working on. I've been handling actually to other areas, but this one, Saudi, we are handling one so soon. So if you have inquiries, please send them through. But what I have to tell you, you need to give us time. You just don't wake up and say, now, Doreen, we have the money, we are ready. No, there are procedures. We have to apply for for the landing permits. We have to apply. So many things have to be done before we accept these charters. And we also have to investigate what kind of charter is that we are going to take, fly. So give us time, give us a week, at least a week for better planning, better planning. And because it involves a lot, we have to reschedule, we have to plan which flight we are taking, the crew, there is a lot. And the best days for me to run these charters will be every Monday, Wednesdays, and is it Friday and a Saturday? I think I'll see, but I think it's every Monday, Wednesday, my ideal. I'll reconfirm about Friday. Those are my best days to handle a charter. So if you call me and you request me and I tell you, okay, I can't give it to you on a Tuesday at the moment, that is where I feel I'm more, safe to handling it, to taking a charter Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday, I think, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I believe that would then include how much you will then be able to charge. Yeah.
It depends. It depends. I can't have a blanket rate. There are so many things we consider when we are putting in, when you're charging a charter. And I don't do the pricing on myself alone. We have a team in place which sits and we say, okay, this is the right rate we can charge for a charter. So I have them off head, the ones we've been handling, but I would rather not give you a standard rate. You might come when there are changes, and then you put me on a firing squad and say, no, Doreen, you gave us this rate. I have to be very careful. I know the kind of people I'm dealing with. They are very smart. So I need to be careful also. I won't give you a rate, but the rates are really competitive. They are very competitive. I'm sure with them, you'll be able to work with you.
Wonderful. All right, so that would also govern your capacity, the type of claim that would then be chartered for such labor projects.
Oh, okay. We have the Airbus whereby we are giving you 238 seats because we can't give you the business class. It is a 258 capacity, the Airbus. We have 20 for business class and then 28 for premier economy, and then normal economy, we have 210. So we can't give you the business class because it's very sensitive and it's very expensive. If we added it on the quote, I'm sure we'll not be able to take that charter. So we give you the 238, and since we have a bigger crew on board, they usually utilize that business class. So I can't give you the 20 seats. Well, you see, well and good, it's 258. You have chartered the entire flight, but those seats are for the crew. I can't include them on the rate, on the charter rate. And if you want the small one, the CRJ, it is a 76. But it can't afford some of the journeys. We can't take on them to such journeys. But those who have been flying to Mombasa, Nairobi, they've been chartering the CRJs. We have 4 of them there, so they can be used at any one time. But if you are going beyond those other routes, definitely with the long hauls, we can't give you the small planes. We take the Airbus. So the CRJ is 76 seater. We have 16 business class, and the rest are economy. 64 seats are for economy.
Oh, that's great then. Talking about business, I have a question here that asks, are clients able to upgrade their seats at the counters? In case one was in economy, they want to go into business, are they able to do so at your counters?
Yes, we have been having a running promotion whereby one is supposed to pay $100 and they get an upgrade, but we have it was running up to the end of August. So we will look at it and see. It was at a charge of $100, but we were looking at a higher rate. You could not access it on this lower rate like RBDs like X-Ray and Queen. We are considering it from uniform and above. But we'll see. We'll get feedback from the different parties and see how did it work we need statistics and see what trying to ensure to give up give back to our passengers to be able to experience the business class. But we'll get to, if it worked out well, it ends the 31st of August. If it worked out anyway well, then maybe we can push it. I can push it and we extend it further, but we have that facility. And if by any chance you want that, they can as well pay the difference between business class and economy, and we'll be able to fly them into business class. But there are certain things you should put into consideration. If you are a last minute, if you do it very late, we can't board a meal for you. We can't put a meal there and then. So we usually get feedback that no meal, no nothing. But right now, we are trying to accommodate a few meals so that we cater for those last minute passengers. And they come in last minute. They still insist on using the lounge, but they are calling for boarding. So inform them about it, that these last minutes, there are certain things you might miss. For example, you checked in late, we can't give you a voucher for the business class lounge. And if you just did it before the flight is taking off, if the meal was not prepared, they don't have to make noise about it. Another thing I have to tell you, we have services. For example, if you have a birthday for your passengers or anything, you can well inform me much in advance, and we arrange at a fee. We can make a cake for those anniversaries, for those birthdays. We can arrange for that at a fee, a very minimal fee, and we surprise them. Those who have been having special clients, they usually send me a request or send the team a request, and we are able to recognize whatever they are going through. And it's such an exciting, thing if they mention you on board. If you have a master, you have just acquired a master or something like that, please keep on getting those things. That will, entice our passengers flying Uganda Airlines. You remember, the pilots are your own brothers and sisters, the crew are your cousins. We, the people working in Uganda Airlines, are your relatives. So you're supporting us. Thank you.
Wonderful, Doreen. And that minimal fee that you spoke of, it's going to be flat, right? Like for anything.
We can't give you a cake of two tiers. We can say it will be one tier. We will give you a cake, and we give you a right size that you can eat and share on board. But it's a small, it is not a big rate. We are not asking for $100 or more. No, it is a very minimal rate. Wonderful. And maybe something else I have to remember about our meals. We need to be informed for our passengers who are vegetarians, those who need special meals. Please inform us in advance, send an email in regards to that, so that they don't get on the flight without a meal. Can you imagine, everyone is eating, but for them, since they are vegetarians or whatever we say, they don't have a meal. Remember to send us an email informing us that please cater for this meal. They've paid their money, then we have to serve them. Thank you.
Wonderful. So in that part, I'm sorry, just to take you back to that, is that going to mean that even if we put in an SSR requesting for a vegetarian meal, we have to follow it up with an email as well?
Better. We usually look at them, but it's a lot is going on in the office. One can miss it. But if you drop an email and say, look, I've requested for a meal, they will definitely go ahead and send the email to the right, department. Many of these departments are not interlinked with the GDS system, so we have to feed them. We haven't reached that, that status whereby you see catering is able to read our systems, and those OSI is able to be being picked by the catering group or something. Would rather inform us so that we avoid missing those important details for our passengers.
Thank you so much. Okay, I've got two more questions coming through, and one is asking, your direct flight to Mumbai, is it from Entebbe, or you're going to have to connect somehow? It's a direct stopping flight of some sort.
I haven't really looked at it. They are working on it. It is in the kitchen. They are cooking, but if I don't know if they will have to fuel again, but it will be a direct flight. So even if they have to fuel, it will not affect anyone, but it will be a direct one. So those details I'm not yet aware. According to me, it will be a direct. If they have anywhere to go somewhere and refuel or something, we'll yet come to learn about it, but not yet. We haven't got to learn more of that, but we'll have a direct one to Mumbai.
Oh, wonderful. So we expect to hear more on that.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
when before UR came into play, there were some other codes we used to use for selling seats on Uganda Airlines. For example, GP. Some of our clients have some tickets on that needed reissued. Do they have to come to your office in order for them to be served?
I encourage them to come directly so that we reissue a new document against their tickets because they are not able to read them. But the money was sent. We have a way of, we communicate with GP and inform them that, yeah, this ticket has been utilized and issued a new ticket against the old document. Don't dump them. If you can't, then you'll have to refund them through BSP and then issue another ticket. But if it's more, the more recommended with alternative is to send it directly. We accept those documents.
Thank you so much. All right, and then the last one is they a request to clarify on in churning when you split a PNR. How does that go?
Those are two
Maybe let
different
me go to
things. We
the
say
slide.
churning and okay.
They're asking how does one then probably gain a penalty whenever splitting a booking?
Okay, those are two different, things. Churning is where they were repeating bookings, canceling, rebooking in the same PNR for the same passengers. They keep on canceling. You make a date, change it. The person says, "Take me on the 12th." Oh no, 14th, 15th. They become so many cancellation, canceled segments in the same PNR. That is what churning means. And I said, we give you only 4 times. Yeah, if you're making your changes and canceling 4 times is the maximum. If you exceed those times, the 4 times, definitely will raise you and it will raise an ABM to you. So there was a splitting. That was something we talked about. One makes a booking knowing you have a time limit. We have put a time limit, but when you split them again, you'll extend your time limit. The system is confused. It keeps on changing the time limit, but the initial time limit was given to you and you are able to see it, but you keep on splitting so that you extend the cancellation. That is what we meant. You should avoid it. If it's a genuine split, yes, that this passenger is changing a date of travel, or we are splitting, we are canceling the booking, one of the passengers is not flying, that is understandable. We'll be able to pick it. But there are those who keep on splitting to extend the time limits. We also can pick that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, that's it for the questions that I have here. Most of the other questions that I'm seeing, I am actually got my team working on responding to them so that you get to see how it is that Uganda Airlines and Travelport actually are working together to make sure they give you the most up-to-date information in regards to Uganda Airlines' operations and facilities. Like the question that came in about the services that Uganda Airlines will be actually offering in regards to giving those wonderful messages that come out online or those cakes for those with birthdays. We will be able to come together again and give you maybe some direct ancillary services and probably add them to a trolley basket so that you can be able to sell. But this is all work in progress. So since there's no more, I want to thank you, Doreen. I'd like for you to stick around as we have those questionnaires and quizzes that we need to just go through at the end of our presentations. And since we also finished off on this slide, this is where I'm hoping that everyone can then be able to see how in Galileo one will be able to avoid ADMs. Thank you so much, Doreen. Okay, so in the booking processes in Travelport, we all know that we have to make sure we complete the 5 mandatory fields within a booking file. And that's your phone field, itinerary name field, and ticketing date field, and a received from. With the advantages we have, we got this product called the client file. So you could use the client file to save information that's in regards to your passport details for your clients, their frequent flyer membership numbers. You can be able to do all of that, and also easier selling with using the calendar options and getting the itineraries to include the cars and the hotels that your clients might need, so that you can upsell to make more money for yourselves and the company as well as a subscriber Travelport. And last but not least, we've also got the fair quote alternatives that will assist you in giving your client the best fare that they need. For some clients might need to be traveling to a very short distance or a very close destination, and might not be carrying as many as 2 pieces. So then you don't have to charge them a fare that includes 2 pieces. Instead, you can give them 1. And that is all available when you've done your fare quote and then you do your FQA. You can be able to find the alternative fare that you can be able to identify with your client's needs. And then after having booked all of that, you've got your COVID-19 plugin, which you can use to be able to advise them of the restrictions in the destinations they're traveling and what the airlines are doing that are varying them in regards to making sure they are COVID compliant, COVID-19 compliant. And then we're going to get into the queues, just a little more detail on that. And then, of course, whenever you're now reissuing in SmartPoint version 10, which is the latest version that Travelport is selling on Galileo systems, you will be able to have the SmartPoint assisted ticketing, where you can get your involuntary changes done in the matter of minutes, and your voluntary changes are now automated. So you can be able to have that done using the SmartPoint assisted ticketing. Okay, so there we have the COVID-19 plugin that you can use to be able to view the restrictions in the countries that they are traveling. And because these restrictions keep changing country by country, we give you 24 to 48-hour updates. So when those changes happen in about 24 to 48 hours, we would have updated our COVID-19 plugins to the new changes that that country would have imposed in regards to COVID-19 restrictive measures. Then we have the queues. Okay, so basically, if everybody here is a subscriber to Travelport, you will know that we have 100 queues within the booking file system called Travelport Plus or Galileo. And those 100, 26 of them are already programmed. These are the queues that the airlines, like Uganda Airlines, would be able to use to update your bookings. For example, queue number 2, which is your seating replies. If you've made the seating request, the airlines will be able to respond to you there. Queue number 22, which would allow you to see the scheduled changes that the airlines would have made. And then you've got your queue number 23, the dreaded queue, which is the HX notification, usually coming in because you have not taken heed to a message that the airline would have sent you in queue number 16 for your vendor remarks, and therefore had your booking canceled, or because there is a scheduled change and the airline has canceled the one that is no longer flying any longer, and then given and rescheduled you to another flight. So those cues are really important to all of us to understand. And we have another queue notifier, which is the queue count console, which will allow you to see any changes in the most important queues to you as a Travelport subscriber. This queue count console can be amended at any time, and if you need assistance in setting it up so that you get notifications, you can then be able to contact our help desk team, and we will be able to sort you out. As we mentioned there, we have the SmartPoint assisted ticketing that is now available in SmartPoint version 10, well, actually since version 8. And for those who used to remember or used Rapid Reprice, now Rapid Reprice has been fused into SmartPoint assisted ticketing, SAT, and you'll be able to do your involuntary changes there and your automated reissues as if you used Rapid Reprice back in the day. So for more demonstrations, do not hesitate to go onto mytravelport.com or view some videos that you will find on the help menu in SmartPoint, and you will be able to see how best you can be able to make your life easier in regards to revalidating, refunding, involuntary exchanges, and the most troublesome of them all, your reissues. Okay, so that is basically what we had to offer today. And I'm just going to go back to the chat box and see if there are any questions that we can be able to ask each other or answer from the ones we had here. Okay. Thank you all for the wonderful comments on this presentation. And then we have Doreen, if you're still around. Doreen?
Yes, I am. I'm available.
Wonderful. Okay, so there we have a question in regards to unaccompanied minor services.
Oh, yeah, we have the services. We handle the unaccompanied minors. We have the forms at the offices. All our offices, we have a form to fill, unaccompanied minor forms, but they are charged. Unaccompanied minor, we take from the age of 4 to 13. We take them, they pay an adult rate, and they are supposed to fill in a form before they go on board. If you request for it, it's available at our offices. If you send an email, we can forward you the same. And there are those young passengers, we also have a service. You charge an adult fare, but you charge an additional $50. If you're sure this is no longer an unaccompanied minor and they have never traveled before, they cannot handle their travel on their own, we have a charge of $50 for those young passengers. We have a fee. For the unaccompanied minors, we charge an adult rate for the unaccompanied minor.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Let me see if there's any other question. So far, no. Okay, there we go. Pets. Are pets allowed on board? Do you have facilities for pets?
Yes, we are handling pets. Not in cabin, but that's not in cabin, but in hold. We are handling. There are a few things we are sorting out, but soon we'll be able to receive them and take them in. It is one of those revenue areas. I'm sure they will fetch us revenue. So pets are going to be handled. Even those for games, we allow golf. We allow a golf kit on board. We have a small one free. The next one we have a charge, and the large one we have a charge as well. But the small one is free of charge. So pets are we are able to handle. Dogs and cats, definitely. No snakes yet, but dogs and cats, yeah.
Well, I guess I'll have to leave my python at home. Right, so wonderful. Okay, so I think that's all the questions that we had here. And to just cap off our meeting, as you can see there, we've got the Travelport contact details that we've got for anyone else with any further questions to ask. We will be glad to have them sent to you. And Doreen, if you don't mind giving me your email address so that I can type it in the group so that everyone else can have access to it.
Okay, can I spell it out? It is D for Delta, dot November Alpha,
yeah,
Mike Bravo Alpha,
yeah,
Tango Yankee Alpha,
okay.
at ugandairlines.com. Uganda Airlines has a single A, ugandairlines.com.
All right, .com.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes,
All right.
exactly.
Wonderful. So time for the questions. And here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, so that we all are auditable and available for transparency. We are going to ask you Travelport related questions, and then we're going to ask you Uganda Airlines requested related questions. And we want to thank our sponsors for helping us with a few gifts and prizes that we're going to give away. They are a range of these. So those who answer the question correctly first within my chat box are the ones we are going to award. Okay, so if you answer the question correctly, I will see it, and the first person that I actually see answering the question correctly is that person who we are going to award. So they range from branded cups, branded notepads, and also pens and stuff like that. So you'll be able to enjoy some of these prizes and spread the word. Travelport is the best GDS in the world. Now, starting off with Travelport related questions, and then I'll go to a Uganda Airlines related question. In what year did Travelport start as Galileo? In what year did Travelport, oh my goodness. There is someone who is titled Travelport PC. Unfortunately, you don't have a name there. You might have to put your name there real quick because I will give it to, I'll award it to someone else I can see a name on. You are literally the first person, so please, Travelport PC, could you name yourself? Global Link Tours and Travel, you have got it correct. It is 1989. Well done. Okay, all right, that question is over. Everybody reset, reset. Write it down. Uganda Airlines related question. How many operational destinations is you are flying to now? Faith, correct. You've got 9. Faith, please send in your details so that we can write you down which agency you're from. Yes, that is correct. You have 9. Right, and let us go again to Travelport related questions. Wonderful. Faith Urea Travels. Urea. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Travel port related questions. So everybody reset. What is SmartPoint's latest version number? What is the latest SmartPoint version out now? The first correct, version 10, Asif. Well done. That's Asif. Okay, just direct me which Asif that is, because we have a few. You'll have to just direct me there. Should be our normal Asif. Okay, so everybody reset. Wonderful. We are on SmartPoint version 10. So everybody who is here on an earlier version, please make sure you upgrade to the latest version so that you can experience the wonder of just doing a reissue by clicking, no typing. Okay, right. Uganda Airlines related question number 2. What is churning? What is churning? I'm sure Doreen answered it already and gave it a second time. So please, I'd like a full definition, please, like something that I can write. Okay, I have seen rebooking in the same PNR. Faiza Hajara. Well done. Faiza Hajara, you've got it correct. Please give us the name of your agency, Faiza. F-A-Y-Z-A. That's wonderful. And yes, it is repeated bookings and rebooking within the same PNR. Okay, moving on to question number 3 for travel port related questions. I hope everyone is reset and ready to type it in. You have to be fast. You have to be fast. I pray your internet is also as fast. How long does Travelport take to update COVID-19 plugin updates per country? How long does Travelport take? 24 to 48 hours. Sheila, you got that one right off the bat before I even finished repeating the question. 24 hours to 48. Well done, Sheila Tours. I think it's Sheila Tours. Okay, please do not hesitate to send another message to me advising me your agency. 24 to 48 hours is correct. Right. And then Uganda Airlines related questions. Sheila Tour and Travel Center. Okay, so another Uganda Airlines related question. I hope everyone is now reset. Sheila Tour and Travel Center, that's right. Name one advantage for Travelport subscribers using ETAT. Name one advantage for Travelport subscribers on using ETAT. One advantage. Convenience is correct. And I will give that one to you. Are, who's that? Convenience, come on. Okay, somehow it's gone. There it is down there. Faiza again, Faiza Hajara, you were the first one to respond with the correct answer, convenience. That's okay. So Faiza Hajara, you've got another prize coming. You're really fast, Faiza. Okay, so let's go to travel port related questions. I wish I had one of those audios, you know, that give you the claps, the applause, and the okay. Okay, so thank you, guys. Thank you. Travel port related questions. How many queues are in the Galileo system? 100, Afrik. Well done. You were the first one. Afrik, 100 queues in the Galileo Afrik tours. Afrik, please give me your details yet again. Well done, Afrik. Okay, wonderful, Afrik. Well done. Congratulations. My applause, people. Thank you. Thank you. It doesn't mean everybody else that hasn't been applauded. We applauded to you too. Well done. All right, so now we're asking another Uganda Airlines related question. Uganda Airlines related question. So everybody, reset. Which destination? Okay, thank you. That's Anne from Afrique. Anne from Afrique. Okay. Right. Which destination, a Uganda Airlines related question, which destination in Europe is Uganda Airlines planning to fly to soon? London is correct, Molly. Well done. Molly gets it correct right off the bat. Molly, well done. Molly, I'm sure you're Molly from... Okay, all right. So well done. Well done very much. That's wonderful. Okay, now travel port related questions. Believe me, we have a few more to go, so everybody gets a chance to win. Okay. All right, Molly travel log. Molly travel log. All right, so a travel port related questions. In the queues, which queue is for vendor remarks? Queue number 16, and wow, that went in really fast. People are, you are so fast, everybody. All right, and that first 16 goes to, drum roll, please. Sid Sridhar. Sridhar, please tell us. S-R-I-D-H-R-A-R. Okay, Sugar Romeo India Delta Hotel Alpha, India Delta, Hotel Alpha Romeo. Okay, so that's Sridhar. Please tell us which agency you're from, Sridhar. Okay, well done, Sridhar. Do not hesitate to send your details so that we can get you down and get in touch with you yet again. All right. Wow, you guys are really fast. The way 16 just came in, it was really phenomenal. So another Uganda Airlines related question. Another Uganda Airlines for a Uganda Airlines prize. which day of the week, okay, Shrida is Africana Tours, which day of the week will Uganda Airlines fly the Airbus to Joburg? Saturday is correct. And the first person to answer that question is... Oh my goodness, they came in quick and fast. All right, the first person to respond with that is David. David Kivumbi. Kivumbi. My goodness, forgive me. Swane. David Kivumbi, congratulations. You won that one correctly. Saturday is correct, David Kivumbi. All right. Another travel port related question. One more. What is the entry to cancel a booking in queue number 23? The entry to cancel a booking in queue number 23. XI is correct, and that came from Ruth. Oh, wonderful. Ruth Travel, that's UTB. Ruth UTB came in first. And wow, that was really fast. Congratulations, Ruth UTB. You got that question correct. And one more question from Uganda Airlines with popular demand. All right, everybody resets with one more question. Uganda related, Uganda Airlines related. What is the name of the frequent flyer program offered by Uganda Airlines? Sheila Tours, you came in first. Crane Miles. That is correct. Crane Miles. So everybody that we have mentioned here, and we've got the name down written, congratulations, you're going to have a prize coming your way in sponsored by Uganda Airlines and Travel Port Uganda. This, ladies and gentlemen, ends our presentation. Yes, this video will be available for everybody to revisit in our YouTube channel. Please do not hesitate to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn as a Travel Port Uganda. We will be giving you you can search for them actually, but we will be able to give you the handles so that you may be able to follow up with us. And congratulations yet again to those that won. And thank you everybody for coming through, bearing with us with the first airlines presentation that Travelport will have. And next week, we will have Qatar. That is our heads up. So any information you want to know about Qatar, have your questions ready. Qatar Airlines will join us next week on Monday, same time, same place. Divine for Travelport, signing out.